Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Persian perspective.
Alien Paxton.
The Persian perspective. Rizman, give me one of your Persian perspectives.
Y'all should get nuked as soon as possible.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
I just said repeat the damn thing.
Oh, dude, I realized something, right? How come countries that get nuked do amazing afterwards? I think every country should get nuked. Japan does amazing. Fucking Hawaii, I think, is like killing it. Every country that does like gets nuked are doing wonderful. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that it does give you superpowers.
I was like
Well,
watching
wait,
a
hang
hero.
on. Hang on for a sec. How many countries do you think get nuked? Is Japan? Maybe
I only
off
know
the coast-
Japan got nuked, by the way.
Yeah, same.
The waters off of Tahiti, the underground of India or somewhere, Pakistan. They are not doing well.
Yeah?
Because not enough radiation. Not enough.
Oh.
They didn't get nuked enough.
Where
A
did
lot of
they
the
got?
tests are
Did they got nuked in Pakistan? What? Where?
No, it's like nuclear tests on the ground or some shit.
Oh,
Usually it's nuclear tests. That doesn't really count as a nuking, right? It only
yeah,
counts
it's
as
a
a
nuclear testing.
Yeah, it's a nuclear testing. That's when you're trying to bitch someone with a cocked fist. It's not quite the same thing.
Shit. Yeah. Well, I don't know why in Rizman. All I know is that
Sorry.
it has done wonders for Japan, but they seem to be declining now.
Because not enough. Oh, they're not declining. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID kind of hit them. Dude, they had more suicide deaths than COVID deaths last year. Yeah.
that's
Classic
true.
Japan.
Classic
Classic Japan.
Have you guys watched that South Park episode where the Japanese and the Chinese guy are trying to give a
Dude, that's a
lecture to the
classic.
school?
That's
Give a
classic,
lecture.
man. In the gym, yeah.
And the Chinese guy goes ape shit, and he says like, "Oh, I'm Japanese. I had a bad day. I think I'll go kill myself." He said the only thing that the Japanese like, aside from killing themselves, aside from killing other people, is to kill themselves.
Well,
Hey, sorry I ruined your intro. Okay, yeah, you can. We can start again. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's alright. Way past the intro.
Korea will threaten to do it. China will threaten to do it. Japan's that crazy cousin who's up to some shit. He will actually do it.
The thing about the Japanese people is that I think there is that samurai spirit is just lurking underneath all that niceness and politeness, and just waiting to explode one day.
But they explode internally.
Yeah, but soon enough, it's gonna like push comes to shove. I think it's gonna happen. Like, do you guys know Yukio Mishima?
No, is that an anime character?
So
It does sound like an anime character, actually. He's not far off from an anime character. He's a famous Japanese writer who started a coup and then had his head cut off. That did the harakiri and killed himself.
Wait, was this the dude in the thong and the samurai sword that decided to try and take over the Japanese diet with all of his bros?
Yeah.
Oh, that dude. Yeah. I know him. Yeah.
The Japanese diet. What?
The Japanese diet is what they call their parliament.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the diet, which is
had
why
the-
everyone's fat in Japan.
He had his own little militia of his own students called the Takanokai.
Storm the White House. But
It's
okay.
from the White House.
Yeah,
Japan's been on that shit since forever.
that dude was insane. He was gay and he was.
He's gay.
he was-
How's it?
It was legitimately crazy because it's like he was a homosexual, closeted homosexual, or I don't know if he was not closeted, but I know he had a wife. And then he wrote
what's
about
crazy?
the way he wanted to die for a long time. He dictated how he wants to die, like
Dude.
as a theater act.
So like, the manliest Japanese dude was gay.
Yeah.
That's wild. Because the Japanese people are so opposite, you know?
Yeah.
The only way a Japanese man can like masculate himself is to just not like women. You know?
No. Here's the thing. You know how people give grief to Greeks and Romans for being pederasts, including the Spartans, including the Athenians. Japanese warrior class were the same. they had a pederasty culture as well. They don't talk about it.
Ah, okay.
So it's sort of like if you're a diehard right-wing nationalist warrior culture type, you probably like young boys, which is why I'm very concerned about Nat. I'm very concerned about Nat. One of these
Yeah,
days.
Nat seems
One of
to
these
be fit
days.
into the politics very easily.
What? How come that part of like society and people, there's a pedo tendency in the community? Is there like a reasoning?
Dominance. It's all about dominance.
It could be dominance, yeah. I think I don't see it like. Yeah, I think it's power and variety. Like, how many girls can you bang and cocaine can you snort after a while that you turn up, be like, you know what? I think a kid will do now.
Yeah, it's not so much of this is what I like, so much as this
What
is what
haven't
I
I done?
can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
what haven't I done?
Yeah. I think like
That's
David
the
Bowie
definition.
was like some guy took David Bowie to fuck a corpse. It might be a rumor, but yeah, they took David Bowie to fuck a corpse. So he had fucked everything. I
Bowie
assume
looks like a corpse. Well, it wouldn't really be that wrong.
Already.
Really,
Yeah.
it wouldn't really be that fucked up. You look fucked up.
Yeah, and this was like at his peak, but then he decided not to at the end, just because he was like, maybe this is a little bit much. But it's the fact that when you go into an excessive level of stuff, food, women, men, all the pleasures there are, I think you're probably gonna end up. No, I'm not saying not everybody would do it, but it takes here's the thing about politicians. People who become a politician are power hungry people. None of them are really there to be.
Yeah.
None of them are there for the sake of humanity.
That makes sense.
Like nothing feels better. What was it? The guy? Have you guys watched Mr. Robot?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got one of the best descriptions about what power is, what these powerful people want, and one of the characters said, I've forgotten the character's name. He was this old man who was the head of the company. The guy who ended up fucking over White Rose.
The blondie.
The guy who ends up fucking over White Rose, and White Rose shoots him on the staircase.
Yeah.
You know that guy? His friend asks him, "Is like, why did you do this? Why are you like? I'm doing this for money, but why are you doing this?" And he looks at him and he says, "There's one or two rooms. Whenever I enter a room, I ask myself, am I the most powerful person in that room?"
Right.
And the answer is yes, except one or two rooms. And my aim is to have that other two rooms included. Because it will be something next to being a god.
Right.
So that's what powerful people, politicians and kings and queens and all that, like, kind of strive for, that kind of a god-like status. That's why somebody would build up a pyramid for his corpse.
Pyramid, child sex island, yeah. You kind of like,
yeah.
Yeah. That's like once you hit a certain level of like influence and power, you're like, oh, what else can I do and get away with? So maybe that's why they have that kind of stuff. And like human game, hunting humans and shit. Yeah, that's like the next step to satisfy your power boner.
Probably, yeah.
Power corrupts.
I mean, give it enough money, power, and status, I'd probably do some insane shit too. I don't know what that says about me.
We all would, yeah.
Everybody would.
If I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah.
Like, people are all surprised that Bill Clinton flew Elizabeth Hurley to Washington to bang her. I'm like, that's the first thing any logical man would do.
That sounds about right.
I like how Monica Lewinsky is like a hero now. I really like that. It's like a nice, perfect circle of society.
Yeah. It's like, oh, she's a hero now. It's like for blowing the president consensually. And I was like, oh, he used the thing that I don't get is that he used his power. I'm like, why else would you want power? You get power and money to be attractive to the opposite sex. If women didn't pay attention to us for being attractive, having money, having power and dominance, for those reasons, we won't be really pursuing him. We're like, fuck, I'm not getting laid or anything. Nothing's happening.
Could we invite Jordan Peterson into this convo? I think he would help us.
Oh, I love Jordan. Oh, you're a Jordan Peterson fan.
No, I'm not. I'm just,
I am. Yeah.
But I like that he likes comedy. I like anyone that likes comedy.
Yeah, anyone with a sense of humor.
I keep thinking about John Mulaney's set, his special about how his mom used to talk about Bill Clinton, and how he would relentlessly ask any girl out of the dorm, out of the college block, if they would want a walk home, and that's all he'd do. He'd just walk them home. It speaks to his relentlessness, right? If only just to set the foundation of future bangings, I don't know. But it really does beckon the question, does the power corrupt you, or are some people just hardwired to get what they want, relentlessly, whatever the cost? That's the question that I sometimes think about when I see these kind of people, right? Because you look at Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, and you think to yourself, are they products of their circumstances, or is it just something about how their brains are wired that makes them run the fate with the entire world? That's what I want to know.
They got that conquering gene in them.
It becomes like, here's the thing. At the same, it's a combination of all the elements that you mentioned, in a sense, because like Jeff Bezos is building a clock that is synced to the Earth's rotation and gravity pull in his backyard. It's a gigantic clock that will
doomsday clock. This is legit Lex Luthor.
It is legit Lex
That's
Luthor
creepy.
because it's a clock that would like ding every what's it called, 10 years once. It will do a full cycle every 10 years and will celebrate every century, and it's designed to be there for like ever. He's designing a wonder, basically. He's like, it's his pyramid, basically. Now that guy, I don't know if he's.
That's why his wife divorced him. You stop fucking up our backyard. That's right.
Oh man, that
keep out with the construction noises.
His cheating scandal. I was like, oh god. We'll get to his cheating scandal in a sec, but it's like for him is much more of a legacy of like pretentiousness of the stuff I can create, the largest bridge, the biggest pyramid, a replica of the pyramid. For Elon Musk is much more achievement based of the things that he can like do for contribution and
Elon's just an alien that's trying to go home.
He's an annoying prick. I don't like him.
Nah, he's just an alien who's just trying to go home, bro. He's just trying to go home. He got stranded here.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if he gets on one of his shuttles and the shuttle explodes halfway before he gets up?
No.
That's one way to assassinate somebody.
All right,
like shareholders don't like him. What?
Hold on. Let's unpack that for a second.
Which part?
Like I can understand why a lot of people don't like Elon Musk, right? And I can agree with a lot of it. But I want to know your specific reasons, because that's fascinating to me.
My specific reasons.
Yeah.
For me, the specific reason is what he started to do with how he manipulates the markets at times with his tweets, and he pretends that he's dumbfounded.
Right.
That's something that is like, for me, I was like, oh, I don't like that part of it.
But what is he bumping up in the stocks? Good things or bad things?
It's about he's like trolling people, and he knows how to do it, but he does it for his own pure benefit. First, he said everybody can buy Bitcoin, and everybody can invest in Tesla with Bitcoin, and people started actually pouring in. And then he said, global warming is a serious thing. I don't want to use Bitcoin anymore. The price of Bitcoins drops. And then he just keeps amping that up and up and up and up again. He's smart, but there's this very weird, to be honest with you, that's the thing, is like, there's this something about him that I feel it is prick-like, I should say. That is the way he manipulates stuff with for his own benefit. It is a little bit too much to digest at times. Like how he manipulates the stocks at times. It's like, I feel like my stock is too high today. The stock drops.
I see what the distinction is.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you, man. Tomorrow you're gonna end up in an oil barrel and shit. Hey, it was nice knowing you, man. Yeah. This is great.
Elon, hey, how many people can say Elon Musk killed me?
Got a point. I will say this: that's the distinction between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos is basically Pharaoh, right down to the hairstyle.
Mm-hmm. He loves
Pharaoh
it.
was bald.
He just wants to see numbers go higher and higher.
Right? With the pyramid. Everything he does is basically his pyramid, his legacy, his dynasty. Elon Musk is more like, I just want to see the windmill spin. Mm-hmm. I just want to see how much I can fuck around with things before it breaks.
That's true.
And I don't have, and ultimately he does it for his own benefit. And I suppose he's kind of slimy in that sense.
Yeah.
Right? How shall I put this? Hey, Rizman.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm putting it in anime terms, okay? Elon Musk is Orochimaru. Okay, and is Madara.
And Tesla is...
That's pretty true. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Tesla's the Akatsuki. Akatsuki, if you don't know, is like Ninja ISIS, basically. Ninja ISIS.
Yeah.
Very, very nice anime comparison. Yeah, he's Madara and Bezos is Madara and Orochimaru is Musk. Pretty fucking true. Yeah. Very accurate.
Yeah.
Hey, Orochimaru became a good guy now, so he's a good guy now.
It took him a while, and with a gun to his head, and he's still making fucked up experiments in his basement. So.
Yeah, he's practically immortal and shit. I stopped following that show. I was like, God damn it.
No, eventually Naruto became Bleach, and I just like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everything so hyperpowered? Why is there a meteorite crashing into shit?
Dude, I'm gonna have 10 tails and 2,000 tails, and my mother with 3,000 tails. But they didn't know the secret 3001 tail, which is really gonna fuck everything up. And it's just like, and like it went from.
2001 tails.
Yeah, it's
tails equals power.
There's like constantly new tales added to the story. The fucking tails. Every episode is like one. My right eye is like 3 dots. My left eye is a hole. My asshole is a fucking swamp. It's just like they're really running out of ways to like amp somebody up.
Persian subtitles, I don't think got the story right.
It's just horrible. It's like my right eye got the Sharingan and the Guringan.
My left eye has the Byakugan, and my right eye has pink eye.
I got the pink eye. I got the herpes on my lips and syphilis on my dick. With the power of gonorrhea, well, fuck you. Yeah, my fingers got fungus from doing the 1,000 years of death. Breathe, Rizman. I hate that.
This is what would happen if Naruto had Joey Diaz as a writer. Honestly, I would pay good money to see.
That's a cocksucker.
Listen, cocksucker. I will pull a dick jutsu on you. You better stand right.
I don't give a fuck about Hokage.
Listen,
the fucking Hokage, dude.
What's Sasuke's last name?
Uchiha.
Naruchiga.
Uchiha. Uchiha.
Uchiha. Listen,
Yeah.
Sasuke Uchiha. Listen, you know when he says the full name?
Sasuke Uchiha.
Got balls. Kill your whole village and shit. Got balls.
Gonna sniff that asshole, son. You gotta do that.
Uchiha, I was at a police station at like 2 a.m. one time.
My
friend's car got robbed. And my friend's car got robbed. So we went to the police station to file a report and shit, right? One of my buddies is wearing a Uchiha clan t-shirt. And we're signing our names in the guard post of the police station. And then a group of police officers who just finished their shift. All right, you're like our age, and you're like playing fucking League of Legends on your phones while walking out. He passes us, and then he's like to my friend, hey, Uchiha tak boleh masuk. Hey, Uchiha cannot enter. Uchihas are outlaws. Uchihas kill your whole clan. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's so funny, dude. 3 a.m. A fucking weeb officer just like started roasting my buddy.
What the fuck?
Which is ironic because in
those swords.
Uchihas were cops. Uchihas were cops in the series.
Hey. Better keep your sword in your car, buddy. Don't want no trouble here.
I'm gonna use my shooting gun to fucking machine gun, whatever the fuck. Oh man, that cartoon.
Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna get jutsu a confession of this motherfucker. Look into my eyes.
Honestly, that thing like really surpassed its fucking due date. It's just like when there's like 20 minutes description. I'm gonna punch you, but I'm gonna talk for 20 minutes what my punch is gonna do to your asshole, and then the episode ends right before I do the punch. I saw this meme. This was perfect.
Oh my god!
This was perfect. It said, you know that picture of Bane with his hands open. Yeah, and it says the final boss of the anime, and there's this guy with a pink suit, this Chinese guy with a pink suit. He has the same pose and says the power of friendship and love.
And it's Filthy Frank. That's Filthy Frank.
Yeah. Every time Naruto is like, oh, he's got his knife in my asshole, and my heart is like, I'm running out of blood here. My family is dead. Oh, the power of love. My father tickled my balls from the other world. I will use the 3002 tails now to just fuck.
Turns out the tails were the friends we made along the way. Episode ends.
Oh my god. I hate that.
Naruto, also power hungry. The first thing he did when he became leader of the village is to pardon his friend who committed atrocious like war crimes. He's like resurrecting former terrorists and shit, and he's pardoned off. Yeah. Power hungry, bro, Naruto.
If you know, Naruto in Hebrew means a Jew. So,
no.
So if you're part of the what's it called? What's the name of his clan? The
Konohai.
No, Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
His last name is Uzumaki. Yeah.
Uzumaki. Yeah, from the Uzumaki clan. Uzumaki in Hebrew means Israel. So. And
I like
Naruto
this brand new.
What?
No, I like this brand new Illuminati conspiracy. I'm a rep it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm just gonna start spreading it to all the Malay people. Yo, Naruto Zionist propaganda. You didn't hear it from me.
Naruto is Zionist propaganda. They're trying to hold the secrets to nuclear weapons and stop the Orochimaru from obtaining nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Orochimaru in Hebrew is Iran.
Yeah. The nuke's got tails. That's how you know.
Nuke's got tails.
Telling him.
Fuck.
I'm looking. You see, I can't look at, Sonic the Hedgehog. I can't look at tails anymore. I can't, because I keep looking at that little furry bastard. I'm thinking, so what are you up to?
Furry.
Yeah.
Like your Viagra colored friend is clearly on meth. You got a red Jamaican with knuckle dusters on his hands. Okay. Okay, and you got two tails, which means you're a demon. What gives? I can't trust that video game anymore.
Oh god. So we went from power to Naruto to people being power hungry. From
Naturally,
Bill,
how do you
we started
how
from
do you
Bill
not go to
Clinton.
Naruto?
We started from Bill
go?
Clinton, by the way.
You started with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, which interestingly enough, like charming motherfucker. That's the thing. I wonder is like this guy went off I think the coast of Manhattan. I think that's where the island is. To Jeffrey Epstein's fucking rape island.
Oh yeah,
and God knows what he did there.
I think we all know what he did there, Artie. I think he raped. I think that's what you go to a rape. Nobody's going to a rape island for the coconuts, okay?
What happens to the girls after they hit like 18 years old and shit?
They're damaged goods. They're damaged goods.
You can't just put them out in the world, you know? Like, you can't just, like, put them, you know, in a fucking...
No. They just discard them, because what are they going to do? Tell on people? Their head's in a bag if they tell anybody. So they just discard them.
The girls who comment... I don't think there was any conversation with any girl who was on the island. At least I didn't see. I know the girls who actually... There's interviews with the girls who Epstein personally... raped in his mansion, but not on the island.
Yeah. No, I thought who was that lady who was saying that she was Jeff Epstein's girlfriend, but she was also basically a lady pin.
Glenn Maxwell.
Oh.
Yeah. There was reports of this lady just straight up propositioning teenage girls during like soccer practice in their high school. Just straight up.
Yeah, propositioning them and getting them for Jeffrey, basically.
Yeah. She was obsessed over the man.
They're basically borderline demonic. And fun fact about the lady, his father was apparently a elite, like top level intelligence agent who was quote unquote assassinated. He was on a ship and his body was thrown off the ship. Her father was actually apparently there was in the war between Israel and Egypt. He helped smuggling plane parts to Israel.
Right.
For their fighter jets.
Right.
Yeah, and his body was thrown off his boat. They said like he had a stroke and fell into the water, but his body was never recovered. And they say like apparently he was killed because he knew too much. So, and she also apparently got some connections to the intelligence services. You know the honey trap, right?
I guess so. That wouldn't surprise me. French intelligence services were buddy with whatchamacallit Israel at the time. So she probably had a few connections here and there. Well. So this is what this podcast has come to. Evil rich people and enemies.
From smuggling plane parts to smuggling children, huh? That family really,
That family knew they were very good at import-export service.
I just imagine the dad going to like soccer games like, hey, you want a fucking secondhand engine that I got from like Delta
They were the
original.
They
were the original FedEx.
That happened here in Malaysia. Like they ran an inventory and they found out like jet engines from the Air Force just went missing, and nobody's gonna account for that.
That fucking sketch, dude.
Yeah. Somebody stole a jet engine from the Royal Malaysian Air Force.
That wasn't the only thing that was lost by Malaysians. More special things got lost. That was like 2 years ago. Malaysia lost a very special nuclear equipment that can be used for dirty bombs.
What?
Yeah.
You had that?
Yeah, it was I don't know what the part does, but they said that part can be used into making a dirty bomb. Yeah,
See,
this was on the
this-
news. Like they were like,
There's
okay,
no
it was
clean bombs. There's
it was
no,
traveling. There were no clean bombs.
There are no clean bombs. What bombs explode and cleans up your house? It's a bath bomb.
I mean-
You know,
No, I mean, if the bomb is strong enough, right, the house disappears, and by that the mess disappears also. So shit's clean. There is nothing left, but shit's clean.
So we lost a nuke and a few jet planes. Oh man, who do we sell it to?
You lost a
You think-
submarine as well. If I'm
No
not
one
mistaken.
knows.
How the fuck do you lose a submarine?
No, we didn't lose the submarine. It just wouldn't sink.
It just wouldn't sink.
That was Indonesia. Yeah,
No.
So
The Malaysian
happened
submarine.
the Malaysian submarine with the Scorpion, they got the Scorpion. They couldn't figure out how to make it submerge, and eventually they figured it out. But the manuals were not forthcoming. There was no one there to actually tell people how to do shit, so they couldn't figure out how to make it submerge for a few
Bro,
months, and then eventually they figured
We're
it out.
just cursed. Like land, air, sea, we are just cursed. You know, we are
Yeah.
terrible at driving. Our submarines are so good they sink and never come back up. Our planes are flying out of the sky. What the fuck, man? We are cursed.
That was Indonesia. Their submarine.
Okay. I feel like it's a
that was
metaphor.
Indonesia.
Like Malaysia will never let you leave. You know, I think we're the Bermuda Triangle or
You
some
know what?
shit, man.
You know what Malaysia should do? Malaysia should hire you, Rizman, to pull out the submarine with your big dick. Just fucking.
Dude, I
just
can't.
fucking-
I can't swim. I don't like water.
You
The
don't need to
ocean,
swim. You just point. You just,
Yeah.
you just point and erect and fish it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. A humpback whale might try to fuck me.
Yeah, you might get
all
some
we need
crab.
to do, look, we already know your ass is used to water, so what's the rest of your body supposed to do? So all we have to do is
Boil
tie
water.
the submarine to your dick and then
Yes.
show you.
My dick does look
What is
like
your
a submarine. It's like circumcised nice, horrifically actually. They fucked up my circumcision, so my dick looks mango. My dick looks like Frankenstein's penis. It doesn't look good. It doesn't.
You don't need to degrade it. We know it's amazing.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's ugly.
This is you're humble bragging at this point because they
Yeah.
probably got fucking carpal tunnel syndrome trying to slice that hog up.
By the way, my mom still keeps my foreskin in between pictures of a family album. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this from Meet the
Whenever-
What the fuck? Meet
Yeah,
the Fucker
whenever-
shit?
Whenever someone comes over to my place and looks at my family albums, I have to like be next to them just to make sure. Like, oh, that page kind of is sticking together too tight. Yeah.
Wait, you're
Yeah,
not
no,
kidding.
that's some.
I'm not kidding. No, my mom keeps it for black magic purposes, probably.
Yeah, it's a black magic.
Yeah.
thing.
I come from a long line
Yeah.
of doctors, or witch doctors. So,
Witch
yeah,
doctors.
It's not nothing.
That
Yeah.
explains the
My
cock.
mom's side.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
On the full
Cock.
moon night,
You
we
got-
will kill a goat.
Yeah, you
Watch
don't
your
have.
mom and dad
you-
make love with under the goat's blood. This kid will
Yeah.
have a huge cock.
You don't have BBC. You have BMC. Black Magic Cock.
Like,
Yes.
Got that black magic cop. Got that black magic Peter.
Yeah, Black Magic.
you're probably the only Asian that can
Yeah.
sword fight the black man.
Yeah.
I'll put up a good fight, like anime style, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'll make sure to
Yeah.
have like moments where I'm thinking about my
Yeah.
friends.
Use the power of love and friendship to defeat the
Yeah.
black cock.
You're both holding on to your zippers like samurais holding on to their sword handles right before the slash. And then as you guys zip down and charge at each other, the screen goes black and you just see these two slash marks, but it's actually jizz splashes.
Yeah, does your cock make a sound when it gets ready? Like go.
I can't hear anymore because it was so loud. I can't hear it anymore. Yeah, it blew out my eardrums. I've had, dude. It's not good. I always get UTIs because my penis touches the toilet bowl Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Apparently, apparently you can't do. Apparently, you do not get a UTI from fucking a girl and then not peeing afterwards or cleaning up. That's how I thought. I kept getting UTIs. And then our buddy Russell told us, no, you get a UTI from your dick touching public toilets, ceramics. Yeah.
How many years? How many years in? How many years in did you realize that?
Fucking probably like last year. But then I was sitting next to a comic who is very mean and just is a dream killer, and I immediately shot at. No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, we all know who he is. You know, curly hair, Malay, mean. Yeah. He's a dream killer. But yeah, every year I get at least 2. Every year I get at least 2 or 3 UTIs. Yeah.
Wow.
My pants. Yeah, but at this point I'm really good at hiding the pain. So yeah, I don't really show it, but I get a lot of UTIs.
You're very good at hiding the pain.
Your penis is used to the infection now.
Remarkable pain tolerance. I am very impressed, actually.
My penis is just crying every night. It's always in pain.
Do you use a condom?
When I feel like it, you know.
You can still get a UTI if you. You can still get a UTI, bro.
Yeah, I use condom. Yeah, I use.
But don't go to a KTM station's toilet and then like have your dick touching the bowl.
That's.
Dude, all my life I hated condom sex because one, I don't feel anything. Again, they fucked up my circumcision. I don't feel much in my penis. I don't feel much. It's like I say 30% numb.
I feel you, man. I'm circumcised as well.
And number 2, condoms kept breaking. I just thought my technique was too powerful. I'm not kidding. Condoms keep breaking. And I just thought my technique was too powerful. So whenever I put a condom on, I would like cuck myself. I would cuck myself.
I just thought my technique was too powerful. That is the most anime line you have ever said.
So whenever I used to wear a condom, I still do. Whenever I wear a condom, I will kind of slow down and be like fucking, I don't know, Kakashi with both eyes closed, you know? I don't want to use my Sharingan. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so I would fucking hate sex and condom sex. So I just grew up kind of asexual. I'm like, if I can't have sex without a condom, then just sex is boring. Then I just don't want to have sex at all. So I just kind of grew up kind of a little asexual. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Condoms are kept bringing it.
Yeah, like when you put on a condom, it's like pretty much everything goes out the window. Now it feels like your dick is in outer space.
Also, it was always in pain because it was like too tight. So my penis would just be throbbing in pain the whole time I'm having sex. So I'm not even enjoying it. Yeah, I'm like getting a little teary-eyed. Yeah.
Oh wow! Now you're bragging, okay?
Yeah, what? Do you need a monster condom for your magnum?
I need a magnum, bro.
I just kept getting the smallest size possible because all my buddies were like, "Oh, you're Asian, you got small dick, so you get these." And
you will go for small size.
The smallest one, like for like 4 inches, 3 inches. So I just thought, oh, okay, my friends are smarter than me because they're older, they know more about sex. So I just kept wearing small ass condoms. They were, like, never, and then
your life is a nightmare. How can somebody be blessed with a big dick and be cursed with such a terrible love life?
That's like you know that they say how they fucking get an elephant to not escape by like when it's a kid they nail it with a small spike and because he's a kid and he cannot pick it up he thinks he still can't pick it up when he's older. That's exactly what's happened to Rizman. He like was he's like I suppose I have it.
Dude, I'm really gullible. I'm really naive. I'm gullible.
No.
I believe in love and friendship. So like, I'm susceptible.
Wait, in psychology, there's a term for this. It's called learned helplessness. Okay, learned helplessness. That's what this thing is called in psychology. It was discovered by this psychologist who did a bunch of like fucked up experiments on dogs. Like he would put a dog in a cage and just electrocute it.
My parents did that to me.
Yeah, there you go. And then they would give the dog an out, from the electrocution, but eventually it got so used to just being electrocuted, even though it didn't like it, it just wouldn't use the escape because it got used. Yeah, goes down in history as one of the most heartbreaking experiments science has ever dared to do. But it shows that this shit happens to people as well. Learn helplessness. My circumcision was interesting because my dad didn't tell me. Okay.
Yes.
Because my dad didn't tell me it was a circumcision.
How
He
they
just
lied.
put me and my brother. Yeah.
Yep.
He just put me and my brother in the car. There was a suspicious roll of like sarongs in the back. He said something to the effect of, "Well, we're going to Disney World or something." And the next thing I know, we're at a polyclinic in Kuala Kangsar, and there's a row of kids walking in and a row of kids walking out, just waddling out of this thing wearing sarongs, looking very traumatized. And I realized, I see what's happening. Okay, but at this point, I'm like a dude on death row, right? I was like, I knew this day was coming.
I got no parole.
I got no parole. My family ain't coming to visit me. The judge don't like me. You know, I knew this day is coming. So I didn't want much in and the first thing that happens, they put me into this room, and a nurse comes in and jabs my dick with a needle and makes it numb. Already, I'm 10 or 11, and I think girls are icky. So now when a lady is stabbing me in the dick, why the hell are you looking at my penis, lady? This is vile. I don't even
look
like
at you and say,
girls
"Let
yet."
me kiss it, make it better."
No, you give me cooties, bitch. Get away from me. And then she stabs me in the dick with a needle. I'm like, God, why? And then it goes numb, and I can't feel my crotch. And I think to myself, well, at least this is happening. I won't be able to feel anything. That's good. You know.
Was your dad in the room to hold your hand?
My dad would just pop in to just troll me every now and then. Your dick numb yet? Just the head. Just like, hey,
Gotcha.
Hey, how's your dick? Can't feel it? Good. You know, with a big old smile on his face. He was so happy.
My dad was next to me and did play-by-play commentary, which I did not appreciate. I don't want to know this.
It gets worse because my brother and I were having the circumcision at the same time, and it was minor surgery. It's considered minor surgery, so there's no GA.
Yeah, surgery on the minor. Yeah.
So I'm on this table, my brother's on this other table, they're doing their thing, right? And I see them just wanking us off in order to keep it hard so that they can do the shit. So already this is kind of pervy.
Wait, they're wanking you?
Because they have to get it semi-hard so it's easier to do the snip. Because it's hard to do it soft.
Oh, man.
Right?
That's...
But it can't go full hard.
They will take extra skin if it's soft, yeah.
Yeah. But it can't go full hard because then the skin retracts, and now you have cut.
Oh, no, you lay down!
Oh, shit.
Raqib, hang in there!
Raqib!
The memories were so painful, he just logged out.
Yeah, fucking Zoom was like, dude, this is too much.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Raqib, you got cut out. Now. You said you were talking about... We lost you at the point that you said that we had to get it semi-hard and then...
Yeah. And then to make matters even more complicated, the dicks are numb because of the lidocaine. Yeah. So now they don't know how... So there's a very delicate line they have to tread where how much do I wank this little boy off?
Wait. Was it a male or a female?
They're all males.
A male is wanking you.
How long? Yeah, how long can I jerk off this kid before I start liking
it? So Coach Sandusky here is just wanking me and my brother off. Trying to say,
does he doing a double hand, like wanking you and your brother at the same time?
Nah. It's just it's 3 fingers. It's 3 fingers. It's like a bowling ball, and it's like how long can I edge this little boy so I can get the snip done?
Your first hand job's from a dude. No.
Yeah. Faggot.
And that's all bad enough as it is, okay? But on top of that, they're cracking dick jokes while this is happening. The doctors are cracking dick jokes. Because I don't remember much, but I do remember being compared to my brother. And there was something along the lines of, this one's a bit more complicated because he's only a sidewinder. The younger one, though, Patriot missile.
Patriot missile.
I'm getting dick shaped by my circumcision doctor. Great. Oh.
Did you feel it?
No, you don't feel it at all. And they did me the courtesy of using catgut sutures, which melt. Right, so you don't have to get the stitches removed, which is great.
Oh, I had that one, but I never got my stitches removed.
Oh, you had to get your stitches.
5 years later, I'm picking out the stitches by myself.
Oh,
5 years.
That is not.
It's too late. I'm not in the same country, and the doctor got busted for pedophilia or whatever. So I'm just like 13, 14, like, hey, how come my dick still has like these hard knobs? And I'm like plucking out old sutures that the doctor should have done.
Dude.
Yeah, I did. I performed surgery on myself, dude.
That is some malpractice bullshit.
It didn't hurt, but now there's little holes in my penises where if I press on it, smegma comes out.
Oh
God!
You gotta get yourself checked. That probably doesn't help with the UTI thing because now you literally got smegma holes in your dick in order for the germs to get in. That's not great.
Yeah. Do you guys ever smell your smegma? Do you guys ever smell it? It smells wild, dude. It smells like cheese. It smells like French fucking like cheese you have. Eating wine, like it's an exotic smell. It's an exotic smell.
God damn.
How did this podcast get down to have you ever smelled your own dick cheese?
Smegma all up the floor. Smegma, give me some.
Dude,
I love the smell of my smegma. It is intoxicating, dude.
Good for you. Fuck. Shit, dude. Where do we go from here?
You haven't tried it. I'll bill you some. I'll FedEx you some.
Yeah, no, I was lucky enough to get away. Like, I wasn't lucky, actually. I think I'm traumatized from the fact that it happened. Like, the second I was born, they snipped it. It happened simultaneously with my childbirth. So the second I was out the womb, the doctor was like, "Give me that shit."
That's actually worse. Because what else happened? What else happened in that room? Me and Raqib can remember because we were like 8 or 10, but you don't.
Yeah. No,
so probably worse shit happened.
That's the thing. Like,
you didn't have a CCTV in your head. We did.
I know. Here's the thing: is like this is I'm reading up like the people who've like done at DMT and LSD, and like some of them like go to their past. Like one guy was talking about the fact that when he was born, he had an umbilical cord around his neck. So when he did DMT, he went back to the womb and remembered he had the umbilical cord around his neck.
Enter the void shit. Yeah.
Enter the void shit. So I'm thinking is like if I ever do shit like that, I'm gonna be sent back the second I'm out of the womb, and that fucking doctor, who I hate him to this day, took a piece of my flesh away from me, and God knows whatever the fuck he did to me there. But honestly, it's a cruel thing to do to a human being. If I ever have a kid, I'm never gonna have that kid circumcised. Who came up with it? Why it began? I don't know.
Desert people to get the sand out of the penis.
That's actually what I thought.
Yeah, it's a Robin Williams joke. Like, get the skin off your penis. You don't want sand in there. Oh no, because the certain tribes in Africa do it as well. Maasai people are circumcised,
and not just on the men.
And not just on the men.
Yeah. That's why African guys have a hard time finding the clit. It's not their fault. It's the girl's fault. They weren't born with it.
I don't know if the female circumcision is I feel like female circumcision is more of a modern thing, closer towards Islamic.
My sisters are circumcised. Yeah, it's weird. Man. Yeah. So like whenever, it's weird to think about, but now I feel bad. Like now, maybe that's why all Malay girls. It's not just my sisters. Maybe that's why Malay girls are weird with sex.
I know a few Malay girls who were saying like they were circumcised.
They can't feel pleasure. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
That was one of the things that they told me. It was like they said like when we have sex, it feels like there is a build up, but there isn't a climax.
Oh man,
it
no
just
wonder
goes
why.
up. It just
No
goes
wonder
up,
why.
and then nothing happens.
No wonder why Malay girls are notorious for being very horny
And very promiscuous.
because they want to keep trying to climax, but
Find
they
a way
don't.
to-
They just
yeah.
get edged. They're just being edged their whole lives.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I like when I heard like female circumcision is a thing in Malaysia. I was like, what the fuck? And then most of the Malay girls that I knew, they were saying, oh yeah, I'm circumcised. I was like, how? That takes away.
That one,
takes
my
away your
dad
pleasure.
keeps my sister's clits. That one, my dad keeps it, but he didn't tell us where.
That's a dark joke that I will refuse to enter.
I want to make it.
It's in his wallet every day.
Does he have a necklace around his neck and takes it off and sniffs it?
Oh jeez.
Sniffs the scroll.
That's like the Ed Gein nipple belt. Oh yeah.
Fuck. Shit. But
yeah, I heard that it's not as severe as because there's 4 levels, right? So there's skin removal, partial clitoris removal, full clitoris removal, and then they just cut off the lips, and then sew it up.
Yeah. The full removal.
You gotta learn the horror.
Removes the lips, the clit, and everything else that there is like. So it looks like a very flat-ish thing.
The 5th level is to just remove their mouths.
Like
in Africa they go one step further. They sew it up.
They sew up the entrance to the vagina.
Hole. They sew up the vagina. Yeah.
Oh,
they will never have intercourse in their life.
How do they have pee? How do they pee?
So the idea is that
the pee hole is different.
Okay, so the pee hole is different. I'm talking about the vaginal opening. Sew it up. They partially sew it up, and then it's a tiny hole, and that is the passage through which sex is performed. Except sometimes they sew it up too small. So what I read in like the Guardian or something was that sometimes men in certain parts of Africa, I think it was Nigeria or Ghana, or whatever, I can't remember. They have they got a little knife as a pendant to help open it up a little bit, to help open up the sutures.
Ah, fuck on hell, man. Jeez.
And smegma comes out.
Yeah. And then you like the smell.
Even your smegma shit.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Yeah, it is not great, but it's a fucking it's a pretty fucked up thing. Like I know like it takes away sensitivity for men. Like I personally feel like it like having a foreskin would have actually like increased pleasure for myself, but for a female, especially when they cut the clit off, like if you keep the lips but cut the clit, it's already done because that's where all the nerve endings like kind of stick together. It's like an axis for nerve endings, and when they cut that off, it's like there's no fucking climax. And I just can't imagine having a life where you're like constantly have these moments of build up and no fucking end to it. I don't know why I'm 99% sure, and I'm sorry to any Muslim listeners, but I'm pretty sure it started as an Islamic thing, and it kind of just grew from there.
Maybe that's how we trick girls into having anal sex with them. Yeah, we're like,
oh Jesus Christ!
I don't fucking know.
Oh fuck!
I think it might have been a pre-Islamic pagan thing because it's fairly ubiquitous in the region, and then it just sort of became solidified in Islamic tradition, and then from there it disseminated unintended throughout the rest of the world, where it was never thought of before, where it was never done before. Yeah.
And like back then, they didn't have like anesthesia and shit.
They would probably give you some hashish.
I was telling Artie, my friend's buddies, whose dad grew up in like Egypt in like the 50s. They got circumcised by the barber, and then like they strap you into a chair, So like, imagine this shit happened to you, where your dad takes you, like, where are we going? Oh, we're going to get you a haircut, and then you go to the barber, and the barber is like mopping up blood instead of hairs, and
Yeah.
already you got trust issues from there on.
Right from there, trust issues, big
So-
shit.
And then on the wall, there's like different hairstyles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's like penis shapes. You know, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. I give my son number 8. You know?
You're gonna get a haircut and a dick cut. That's how we do it.
Oh my god.
And then he trims your pubes. It's very good. Do you want to fade on the crotch? Is that how you do? But the whole sort of barber doing minor surgery thing is old. It's really old, even in America and in Europe. If you wanted minor surgeries done, like a tooth removal, if you had an abscess that needed lancing,
Knock you out.
That a barber will do that for
Did
you.
it hit you in the face?
So,
Or
I think
some
I might
other
just give you a
barber,
shot of
incision
whiskey or
barber,
something.
just puts
But
you in your
even that-
naked choke, and it's just like every time you wake up, he'll just put you back.
Just
to sleep.
choke you out.
And that's just more,
Yeah.
more sexual. It's just more sexual.
I did read like they will give
Yeah,
opium
so-
as a drug to calm people down. I was like, what?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
Yeah, I mean, not in Europe. That shit was expensive, but it might occur in other parts of the world. So, okay. You ever heard of these old-timey barbers and they have that spinny thing?
yeah,
It's like red and
yeah.
blue.
Outside.
The
always under one
blue
singing
red candy
songs.
thing. Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's spiraling around. That's the international synonym for it. That's a barber, right? Well, originally it was just red, and the reason for that was the barber would have this. Oh, there's a frog in my house. That's what my cat was looking at. Oh, anyway,
Is it poisonous?
Weird.
Are frogs
Is
here
it-
poisonous?
it's a toad technically. So yeah, it is. If
Get
you
the-
if you eat it, it's gonna-
get it, spit and smoke it.
yeah, I might do it later.
Lick it,
I'll
lick
smoke
its
it later.
back.
Yeah,
Lick its
yeah,
back.
yeah. I might do toad later. We'll see. I need to sleep. No. So what? You use what you got. Anywho, the reason why you have that red spirally thing is because the barbers used to have this cylinder where they would roll up bloody bandages after they use them to keep them off the floor. Right. So as they rolled the cylinder, the bandages would spiral up, and that's how they would stash the used bandages away. That's where that spirally thing comes from.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh god damn, that's a horrible story.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
Like many old
Yeah.
stories of history.
Yeah. Fuck, I
You're
remember-
fucking pretty barbaric, man. I'm fucking barbaric,
Fuck,
dude.
the thing
Jesus.
is, everything that like everything you get nowadays is like had some weird pagan shit attached to it.
Yeah, every vocation, every job has some weird pagan history to it. You know, like an ice cream
Yeah.
vendor. Like, what? You used to murder children? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it used to be the evening of the winter, the coldest night of winter. They would give up sweets,
Yeah.
but before that, they would glaze the sweets with children's blood for color. It's like great.
The
That
Turkish
was
guy, the Turkish ice cream sellers, like doing the tricks, and while the kid's
Yeah.
like concentrating on the ice cream, stabs him in the neck. And
Yeah.
it's like everything has dark
Yeah.
history to it.
It's in the
Unfortunately,
70s.
The wrong
Yeah.
part of that story is still being done today. You know, they got rid of the stabbing. You know, but
They got
just
rid of
kept
the site, but they
ice
Yeah,
still
yeah.
do the hand tricks
wrong
with the
thing
Turkish ice
sucked.
cream.
So in the 70s and 80s, in rural parts of, not rural, but in like suburban parts of England, the ice cream trucks became covers for drug dealing,
Mm.
right? So that was like turf wars between ice cream trucks, because they would, number one, they'd be used like as like stands for like illicit drug deals, and number two, they'd be strapping. So the center of like drug crime in England for like a good 20 years was between a dude who the good humor man and Mr. Fudgesicle around the corner, just squaring it off. It was nuts. I heard about this on like the Dollar UK and Scotland. It was wild.
Evil
Yeah.
people make more innovation stuff. So it's like you know why
mean-
you know why there's a expiry date on your milk box?
Why?
Why?
Al Capone wanted it because he hated bad milk, so he demanded for there to be expiry dates on it, so he can know. So
Al Capone.
Al Capone, yeah. Al Capone
Oh.
demanded the milks to be numbered and dated, so he can. Fucking hell. First armored
Of
truck.
all the people you expect to
first
innovate good
armored
business
truck.
practices.
First armored
Al
truck.
Capone.
First bulletproof glass. Al Capone.
Al Capone.
My goodness.
Holy shit. This guy is like fucking making amazing Shark Tank ideas like it's nothing. Like it's fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Left and right innovating. Oh my god.
I've been watching a lot of
And the-
Shark Tank actually.
Some of these ideas are pretty crazy. Which is weird because Al Capone eventually got syphilis and his brain just went to mush towards the end. So he started out smart and then just turned into an invalid towards the end. It's really weird.
He died from syphilis, right?
Yeah.
Syphilis.
Yeah.
But the thing they don't tell you about syphilis is that it does neurological disease. So as you're contracting syphilis, you become mentally handicapped.
It's hard to tell with the Italians though, so they didn't know he had syphilis. They didn't know he had syphilis until the autopsy.
Joe Rogan is Sicilian.
Joe Rogan is Sicilian, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although
I think
Sicilians
it's
are different.
Yeah,
yeah,
Sicilian.
they're built different. Yeah.
They're built different.
Funny enough, I was watching Anthony Bourdain in Sicily recently, and
Yeah.
the guy said, if you're Italian but you're from Sicily, somebody asks you where you're from, you don't say I'm from Italy, you say I'm from Sicily. So,
Yeah. They have that regional pride about them.
yeah,
But
that's
they're
why the-
also, yeah.
yeah,
I like the
continue.
Catalonians. Like, what the fuck is a Catalonian? What is that? Why are you so uppity about being Catalonian? You
No
speak
idea.
Spanish.
So Catalan, because the alternative is that you're you're a Castilian, or because here's the thing. My brother he's a chef, right? And we all agree, from between the sociologist, the anthropologist, my brother and me, we all agree that the way how a society enjoys food is very reflective of their culture and their politics, right? So Italians, fancy Italians in like Rome and Milan, they will fuck with Sicilian food or with food from Naples. They will call it rustica, because it's rustic, it's food of the village or whatever. They'll like it. They put it in its own category, but they like it. But somebody from Barcelona, somebody from Madrid, somebody from Catalan, the Basque people, they don't eat each other's food at all. There is no cultural mingling with these fuckers because they all used to be separate kingdoms and they were all united against their will. They've never got over it ever since.
Yeah, I have a friend from Basque. It's a friend of my brother's. That dude is a fucking shit show. Yeah, he's like, I'm from Basque. And he's like speaks French. Everything about him is French, and they want to be. They're still trying to get separated from France, but they can't.
Yeah.
They even like stamp their own passports, but the passports are like have no value internationally.
Yeah.
For dudes they don't know.
Oh yeah, and it's like my brother was saying, it's like he saw this. He's in Japan, so he was talking about like he was in Japan and he was trying to like get some help, and there was this girl who was French and could speak Japanese, so he was like trying to guide my brother, and the Basque guy was there as well, and my brother was like, "Oh, you should meet my friend, blah blah." I'm not gonna mention his name, and he started speaking French, and she was like, "Oh, you're from France," and she started because she was originally French. She was French.
Yes.
He snaps like, "I'm from Basque." Ah!
It's fucking...
She fucking goes away.
weird.
She just like packs up and leaves.
This sort of reminds me of the story my dad told me where
Basque.
he was in, I don't know what it was. He was in Paris or something, and his friend was from Quebec. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now you already know. So my dad can't speak French. He's asking his friend to translate, but he's got a Quebecois accent on him.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, the average Parisian, who we already know is a prick, right?
Yeah.
Has never met a Quebecois before. So the moment they hear his accent, they're like excited. Oh my God, a Quebecois! We've never seen one of these things before. They're dragging this dude into the tavern. Look, I found a Quebecois. Say something. Bonjour. Ah! Look at it. He's a bumpkin. He's a fucking pig. Look at it. Ah! And my dad is like, what the fuck is going on? Are they making fun of this dude for his accent?
I think
Paris
people hate Quebec people is because Quebec people have good English and good French. They're like nailing both, you know? I feel like that's the only reason why Paris people are just insecure that they can't speak English and integrate with the world as good as someone from Montreal.
Yeah, no, but they can if they're salty about, you know, the Montrealians and the Quebecois, they're gonna be really salty about anybody from Belgium because they're just floating around with more languages in their heads.
Oh, Belgian people, like I know a couple of Belgium, and Belgium is like I don't know what country I can like stereotype them with, but like all Europeans hate Belgian people.
Yeah, for some odd reason.
Yeah, I saw that in the Austin Powers movie. But I was like, hey, like, why do people hate? Why are people ragging on this Belgium dude? What is he?
Huh?
Honestly, they're not very good either. They're a bunch of pricks themselves.
just the king, just that one asshole of a king who decided to lop off a bunch of hands. But the rest of the Belgians like, no, we're nice people. We make chocolates and Tintin.
Nice.
Occasionally we make chocolates, Tintin, and assault rifles. It's fine.
I was reading like there's like racist jokes about the Belgian people. Like one of not racist people. It's not racist. It's more of a like just all pointing out to how dumb Belgians are. And a few of my friends are from Belgium as well. And the Belgium is like a mixed place. You get a half Turkish, half Arab who's from Belgium. You're like, what the hell? Very
the most confused motherfucker.
Yeah, we've kind of have like we've kind of changed the gene pool over there completely.
Good. They need color. They need a little bit of color.
They need a bit, yeah. They used to be milk, and now they're latte with double shots.
Now I hate Belgium even more.
Yeah.
You know? I hate them more now.
Yeah, totally. The joke was, I think Louis C.K. said this one. He said 3 Belgian people were walking and they stumble upon a pile of shit. They're like, well, what's that? One of them gets near it and smells it and is like, smells like shit. The other one gets down, touches it, starts smudging it between his finger, feels it, it's like, feels like shit. The third one also gets down, puts a finger in it, get a taste, puts it in his mouth, is like, it tastes like shit. And they all walk over it and continue walking on, and they say, well, thank God we didn't step on it. Thank God we didn't.
Bro, that's me with my smegma, bro.
You fit in Belgium.
It smells like cheese.
You fit in.
Tastes like cheese. Yeah.
I like them now. I like them Belgians now.
Last one was the one that's the three Belgian people were sitting by the river, and there was an alligator, and one of them grabs a rock and throws it at him, and the alligator starts running toward them, and 2 of them run up the tree, and they're like, they'll tell the third one, is like, hey, fucker, get up here, it's gonna come and kill us. He's like, why? I didn't throw the rock at him.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there's some fucking what's it called, stigma going up against them.
I remembered Harry Potter, right? And there's like, what was it? There were 3 schools in the Tri-Wizard tournament, right? And one of them was from Bulgaria or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The
one
dark
of them was
arts.
Bulgaria.
Goblet of
Yeah.
Fire. That one, right?
Yeah. One of them was from Bulgaria. That's where all the tough militant students come from. And then there was this group of French girls that were like all very sort of like flowy.
From the Saint
It's-
Croix school
Yeah.
of
Yes, and
they're right instead of brooms they're riding croissants. They're very flowery people.
but they're not French. They're not French. They're Belgian. But you completely forget. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I wasn't.
They all have
expecting
very
that.
bouncy bums.
Yeah.
Like,
They're all very very Yeah, no, and then all the other girls are just straight up and look at these whores.
that damn slut with her silk corset. It's just silk undies, lingerie, whatever.
If you are in an all boys school in a place where there's a lot of like single gender schools, all boys school, like in Penang.
Sorry, I thought
all boys. So if you're in an island where all the schools are unisex, right? Or no, or where all the schools are single sex, right? All of the sister schools are within a close proximity of each other in town, and there's always going to be that one school that has all the good time girls. And it was right next door to my school, so everybody's girlfriend came from there.
That whole school is designed just to like be girlfriends to the male schools, is it? What?
No, it's just like all of the fun, bubbly girls came from that school. And then there was another school where where it was just full of Hermiones. Okay. That was another school that was just full of bookworms. But they're like one school is great if you want a girlfriend, the other one's great if you want a wife.
Wow, you guys got it figured out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because we saw actual couples who were hooked up that way. We actually saw, this alumnus was married to a woman who from the other school who we thought was like kind of like prissy and frigid, and then they leave the school and they warm up a little bit, like a TV dinner, and then they're like, oh, you're tasty now. All right, and then there was this one school that's just sluts.
Is that your school?
The school of sluts is when you go there, when you hit puberty.
Yeah. It was just what like our school was like. The school I went to was Penang Free, and Penang Free was this interesting school where.
Is it a Catholic school?
Nah, it was post-Christian. It was set up by like a reverend who didn't want to do a Christian school. He wanted to do like a school where everybody could attend, no religious practices necessary. And that's why it was called the free school. A free school is interesting because if you know how some schools are like rough schools where it's nothing but delinquents, and then you got schools that are just straight A students. And we were both. Somehow the gangsters got straight A's. So it was a very dicey place to be in because you know that the bullies could outmass you. They could calculate the specific trajectory. They could beat your ass in with.
They knew which body parts to hit you, and it wouldn't show.
Yeah.
They're intelligent bullies. You see, that's a problem. They'll know how to.
They're Al Capones.
They're Al Capones.
Yeah. You know?
They know what to do to hurt you. You cannot fuck with them.
No, you can't. I once saw this kid just sprint down the corridor, and this 6'4" Punjabi dude was holding a cricket bat, running after him, bellowing at the top of his lungs, "You come back here! I'm gonna rape you!"
He was chasing a teacher, I think. Dude, I'm peeing right now in a bottle. Hit me up if my sister pops up from behind.
No sister, but the cat's judging you.
Oh yeah, I see you.
I thought you're forcing the cat to lick your balls.
he's licking your smegma. Like, why do you taste French?
Okay, it's happening. It's happening. Wow, this tastes like whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's peeing on live on our show.
Oh no, he's gotta try and tickle me.
And the cat just walked up behind you. So the cat's asking, "Look, man, if you're gonna mark your territory. Don't beat around the bush like this."
It's not like
There
I
is
have
a
any
bush.
other options, dude. Just mark it.
I mean, no. But the cat's still like, "Look, don't save your territory for later. This isn't fucking crap food. Just pee on the floor like the rest of us."
I haven't. Okay.
French people are crazy, though. You gotta say.
They are, because on the one hand they're too soft for
excessive.
their own good. Yeah, extra. They're very
Obsessive?
extra.
Oh, excessive. Okay.
Like you don't have that stern, strong, sort of fierce reputation the Germans do. You don't have I have the soul of an unkillable bear and the spirit of
Russian.
winter in my veins like the Russian. I didn't even have to finish the fucking sentence.
We already knew it was Russian.
We already knew, right? You don't have the reputation of you don't have the reputation of the Brits who are like, we're very, very pretty and inbred, but we run this fucking planet. You don't have that. But you're on the G7 and no one can figure out why. And it's like, what are you good for? Like,
They're movies.
Yes, it's the art. They're good with the art, right? They're good with literature and art.
They're good with luxury. They're good with class.
And they're good with luxury. Yes.
But that's it. And they're very, very excessive in whatever the fuck they use. It's like this. They have this kind of a snob way of looking at everybody else, like they're better than them, while they're not.
Even the way they do war is snobby, because first they'll let somebody conquer them, and then they'll just passive aggressively sabotage them for the next 5 years, right? So they'll let the Germans conquer them, and then just blow shit up for the next 5 years, and then pretend like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
What? Who? Me? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was just right here, drinking my coffee, wearing my black trench coat, walking away with the Gitan cigarette in my mouth while things exploded behind me. I wasn't here.
What was it? They're very petty because like when they said like when Hitler basically fucked them in World War II, basically just walked in Paris. The guy said like take off the cable of Eiffel Tower, so Hitler may be conquering Paris, but he will never conquer Eiffel Tower. And I was like, what, dude?
The priorities, you know? Maybe like the water supply.
It's like a girl who's like in a porno film. It's like
I don't give a shit about that.
A girl who's like in a gangbang of a porno film is like after there's like a full on gangbang. It's like you may have fucked me in the ass, but you will never come on my face. It's like
she has standards.
At that point, that guy doesn't really care now, does he?
Yo, fuck the Eiffel Tower. It's like a place where like the only use for Eiffel Tower is for like 40-year-old couples to try to reignite their love while they take selfies in front of the Eiffel Tower, bro. You
know what though? When the Eiffel Tower was first built in like 1900, everybody hated it. Everybody hated it. The ugliest thing they'd ever seen. And then time softens hearts, and now they love it because it represents Paris. But I don't know. I think people
they don't need a fucking building that big. They got fucking look at your noses. They got Eiffel Towers on their fucking noses, bro. I had a French teacher that taught me French for like many years. Dog, her nose was ginormous. I would just lose hours just staring at it because I've never seen a nose like that in my life. Yeah.
There's a comedian, Gad.
I kind of got aroused by her nose a little.
Oh Jesus! You got that comedian, Gad. What's his name?
God, Emma.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a Jewish Moroccan, and he speaks French, right? So you're Middle Eastern. So you're basically a North African, an Arab North African who's a Jew, and you've got some French in you.
Ooh.
That's a big nose.
That is.
You're gonna have nose.
Yeah, you got the nose gene. That's it.
Yeah,
I love.
You hit the all-star of the nose genes.
Yeah,
I love big noses. That's my number one.
Have you guys heard about the guy who sold the Eiffel Tower
as a scam?
Yeah, they scammed it.
Yeah.
Now he's my
I
hero.
remember. Somebody also did that with the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, Brooklyn Bridge. Fuck, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, the
This
guy.
is one
This
behind
guy,
you.
this guy
Is
tried
it-
twice. Almost succeeded
Twice?
the second time.
So
Yeah, he tried to sell the
Wow.
Eiffel Tower twice. The second time, they kind of got smart to him, but he managed to do it the first time very nicely.
The one behind Artie is the Golden Gate Bridge. You can tell because it's orange, like Trump's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it? I don't know about who did this, but the one in the Paris was the guy called Victor Lustig.
Already the name is sus.
Yeah, name, but like honestly, if your name is Victor Lustig, you're like it's already you've been chosen by the gods as himself.
swindler.
He was he because of the hatred, like Raqib is mentioning, the hatred that people had for Eiffel Tower. He really used it. There were conversations about what if we demolish it. Some people were talking about like dismantling it. He wrote he presented himself as an iron merchant or something like that, and a steel merchant, and he posted an advertisement, something like regarding to other steel merchants, and invited them to this very posh hotel room, and he got them all in there, and he marked the simpleton of them all, the new guy. Because he knew the new guy wanted to prove him. So he said, like, look, we're going to dismantle Eiffel Tower. We want to sell the steel. You have to pay in advance. And the dude paid in advance, like 70,000 francs back then. And he just scrammed off and left. And the dude was so embarrassed, he never reported what happened to him. But the second time he did it, I think the same dude was like, oh, I know this advertisement and this shit. No, the second time he got the people, one person was like, this sounds a little dodgy, and reported it, and he had to run again.
Did you ever catch him?
Did
you ever catch him?
Oh yeah, they did catch him. Yeah, they did. They finally. Oh, he did amazing cons. One of them was he designed a box that and he would sell it to people, tricking them into thinking that this box would duplicate banknotes. Yeah, I forgot the name of the box, but it was a very famous box. I think it's still around, the box itself. It's like this mechanical apparatus that people like. You can do it, and you can duplicate banknotes identical, and people would buy it from him. And he got caught because of his. He was cheating on his girlfriend with his friend's lover. And,
as you do.
As you do, as we French we do, and and they got him. The girlfriend called the police and was like, this motherfucker is over here, and they catch him, and they were loving him really.
Of course, yeah, no.
Even the police were
because
like,
if you're gonna be a criminal, you might as well be entertained.
Yeah, the police, when they catch him, is like, dude, you must be the smartest guy in the world, and he says, I'm not the smartest because he caught me. Yeah.
See that if you're gonna be a criminal, you might as well. Number one, you got to be entertaining.
Yeah.
You might as well be entertaining, and number two, you got to be so good at what you do. Everybody else is going, I'm not even mad. That's impressive. You got to be that.
Yeah.
You capture the people's hearts and imagination.
Yeah.
Yo, you know who caught my fucking Ted Kaczynski? God damn, that guy's manifesto. Am I reading bits and pieces of it? Holy shit.
This guy, before we move on to this guy, let me tell you, he had a 10 command. He died in prison he escaped from prison multiple times. He escaped from being caught. I don't know. No, I don't think it was French prison. I think it was it was in America actually. He was in America, and here's the thing, the boy who cried wolf, he had faith being sick or stuff like that. He one time just jumped out of he one time went out of the building of the prison and pretended he's like washing the windows, so people were like, oh, it's all right, he's just washing the windows, and then he jumps up and runs away. But he had faked it so many times that he had contracted pneumonia. And he would
I
keep
see.
telling the medical staff that I got pneumonia, I'm sick, I'm fucked up. They thought like he's just tricking until it was too late. Until they were like, ah, fuck, he wasn't lying. He really had pneumonia. And he had the 10 commandments in the prison for how to be 10 commandments of a con man.
Right.
For 10 commandments for con men.
You remember any?
He has. No, I'm reading it right now. It says,
Yes.
Be a patient listener. It is this, not fast talking, that gets a con man his coops. Never look bored. Wait for the other person to reveal any political opinions, then agree with them. This is really smart, by the way. Let the other person reveal religious views, then have the same ones. Hint at sex talk, but don't follow it up unless the other person shows a strong interest. This is good when you talk with women, by the way, this part. Hint at it, but don't show too much interest. Let them carry out the rest of the road. Never discuss illness unless some special concern shown. Never pry into a person's personal circumstances. They'll tell it to you eventually. Never boast, just let your importance be quietly obvious. Never be untidy and never get drunk.
And last but not least, when you drop the soap, please grit your teeth. This guy got fucked a lot, bro.
No, but it sounds like there is a very thin line between being a good con man and just being a decent human being. That's the dangerous part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to mimic the qualities of a decent human being to successfully carry out cons.
Exactly. He conned Al Capone too, by the way.
Oh, jeez. That's dicey.
That's ballsy.
Dicey, but like you mentioned, like you need to have certain qualities. He knew how to portray himself to people's liking. And looking at him, this guy did it for the thrill. This guy didn't seem like a motherfucker. This guy seemed like he would do it for the fun of it, because like the schemes he would come up with or the ways he would get out of it were fucking hysterical and art-wise, almost art-like. To the point that the cops were like loved him, and they're like, dude, you're a legend when they catch him. But when they catch him, like basically he just puts his hands up, like, there you go, boys, you finally got me. But he conned Al Capone by doing this. He went to Al Capone and says, yo, I'm Count Victor Lust. By the way, he gave himself the nickname for a count because it gives him a status, basically, a bit of a status. He goes to Al Capone and tells him, hey, dude, I got connections in Europe, and I have this business, very lucrative business, that will guarantee you money back. I just need $30,000, and I will give it back to you in 60 days. In 30 days or 60 days, something like that. And Al Capone is not the beginning Al Capone. He is peak Al Capone at that time. And he's like, you know what, man? All right, sure. Because he knows I'll kill you if I don't give it back. He gives him the $30,000, and he basically leaves and puts the $30,000 in a bank deposit, and just doesn't do anything for 30 days. On the 30th day, the due date, he comes back to Al Capone, mangled up a little bit, just sad. And he's like, the things I wanted to do went through. I lost the money, but you gave me this money, and I sold what I had to pay you back, and thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't make money for you. Here's all the money you gave me that I owed to you. Here's your $30,000. Al Capone looks at him and is like, oh, dude, you're an honest man. Here you go. Here's $10,000. That's all he wanted. He just gave him $10,000 just because he was like, oh, dude, you're an honest man. I didn't expect you to come back, but here you go, $10,000. Immediately, he was like, fuck, there you go. Not
Yes.
one. He sold the box. The box that he. Well, let me. It had a very special name, by the way. It was it was called the Romanian box.
I
The
heard of
Romain-
this before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He sold the box multiple
Romanian
times
box.
to multiple people. One time he sells it to a sheriff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
The sheriff
remember.
is, and the sheriff
Yeah.
immediately tries to duplicate the money in somewhere in U.S. He fails, and and this is like 100 years ago of sheriff, so he picks up his gun and look for this guy.
Mhm.
Catches him. He's like, you points a gun and he's like, you motherfucker, you sold me shit. I can't do it. What the hell is this? Give me my money back. You're a scam. This doesn't work. He's like, hold on. Did you do exactly what I said? Then he starts like talking technical terms with him, making the sheriff doubt the fact that he got the wrong box. Like he operated the box wrongly. And he says like, okay, here you go. I'll give you 5,000 right now of the money you paid me for the Romanian box. And if it didn't work, you call me and I will personally come to you and assist you in duplicating your money. It's like, all right, great. The second the sheriff leaves, the sheriff gets arrested because he calls another sheriff's department, somebody else's department, police department, says like, this guy has counterfeit money. Go and catch him. So the sheriff gets arrested.
Smart guy.
Meets the same
Hey.
sheriff in jail. Hey, so what kind of religious beliefs do you have that I also share? What a silly guy.
Come
I
and
love
get
this
these
man.
matzo balls.
That sort of reminds me of this show I used to watch, this BBC show I used to watch called Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And every episode is basically a dramatized tutorial of a particular kind of scam, because the show is about four scam artists who pull off a heist every episode. It's a lovely show to watch. I enjoy it very much.
Oh, the one hot chick and two dudes.
One hot chick, two dudes, and like
It's a
an
different
old
BBC
American.
already.
Yeah. that's different BBC. Yeah.
Yeah, they would do
No.
cons.
Only BMCs here. Only do BMCs here. Black Magic.
Black
So
Magic con.
there you go. The moral of every con, of every big like season finale is you cannot con an honest man. It's impossible. It's never been done. Yeah. It's impossible. It's never been done. Because the only way you can con somebody is if they have some kind of like the only way you can really con somebody if somebody wants something big for free, right?
Very true.
Like they don't feel like working hard or doing an honest job is worth their time. They want to make big money through shady means. They want to make quick money without putting in the hours. Everybody's looking for a shortcut. Everybody's looking for an in, a hole, something to cut the corners. A really straight-laced, honest person doesn't have that weakness that you can take advantage of. Right? So a real square individual isn't going to get caught. Like my brother, for instance, he will never say no to like Forex apps, Bitcoin, whatever, because he says you never invest your money in something you don't understand yourself. That's his golden rule. If you can't explain to me how it works and why it works, and if I can't figure out with my chartered accounting certification, with my college education, with me working for like Deloitte, if I don't understand how it works, then I'm not putting my money into it. So it's very difficult to con an honest person. And you don't think of yourself as dishonest just because you're looking for a shortcut. But it is in a sense.
Because an honest person is already conning themselves by believing in the system.
In a way.
It's not about believing in the system. It's really being straight up with yourself. It's not about the system, really. It's like, hey, I don't try to do anything that is out of my principles in life, or or trying to, as Raqib mentioned, try to get something for nothing. So they don't have a crooked hook for somebody to hook on.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you might get fucked over in the long run because the system is stacked against you. That happens to everybody. But you're not looking for a shortcut. You're not looking for a corner to cut. And that makes you very difficult to con.
Damn.
That's why honest people die.
That is true, though.
2 in the back of the head.
So, Rizman, what's playing in the background of your thing over there?
Probably some random. Oh, it's Tiger Belly with Sasha Grey. Bobby Lee's podcast. Yeah.
Oh, Sasha Grey.
Bobby Lee's podcast. Yo, Sasha's on like Twitch and shit streaming, and she is doing great. I'm so happy for her.
She stopped. She stopped playing porn. Yeah, she quit porn.
Yeah, a long time ago.
She's playing games.
She's now an actress. I've seen her in a movie or two. Like a high budget Hollywood films.
Yes,
I saw Mia Khalifa in some TV show.
I don't care for her.
You don't like her?
Yeah,
I mean, ugly. I don't find her. I agree with you, but as a person, I fucking like mad respect you to be a porn star in anywhere. Dude, the Middle Eastern government all have files on her and shit. Yeah. It is what she's doing is fucking ballsy, dude. Like, so props to her, dude.
Yeah, she stopped being a porn star because of that.
The death threats were,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she, like, all white porn stars do not hold a candle. Like, white porn stars, their parents are, like, rooting for them, you know? Your parents are like, oh, my daughter's an adult actress. And then they take them to the awards and shit, and the parents are proud. Like, what the fuck? Mia Khalifa probably has not spoken to her family in many years. And
probably.
Her family wants to kill her. So, yeah, respect to her, dude. She's a true artist. And, you gotta give respect, dude. You gotta give respect. Oh.
Shit, dude.
Sasha Grey I like very much because even when just after she stopped the porn, I would see her in like, old Vice, like before Vice became this a bit of a shit show that it is now.
Oh yeah.
All of those human interest. Oh yeah. Old Vice in 2013, 2014 would do these human interest stories about interesting people. Sasha Grey was one of them. She's just a cool chick. She's just a really cool chick. And I would love to hang out with her.
Yeah.
So, when I was 10, I saw a Vice documentary about meeting a cannibal, the Japanese cannibal dude. And
I saw that.
I was 10, and they showed, like, everything. They showed his fridge. There's, like, the girl's chest being, like, butterflied open. They show, like, her butt, which is just cut into her butt. The legs are gone. The back is just her butt, and there's, like, a bite taken out of it. They show, like, her fucking... Dude, that really fucked me up, man.
We went from Sasha Grey to Sasha Grey to...
Cannibalism?
Wow.
This is a bad look.
Talk about going off a tangent.
that Vice documentary just like erupted this like need to watch darker things inside of me because I never felt that much than watching. I like being scared. I like seeing horrific shit because it gives it's like a powerful feeling. I'm like an adrenaline junkie.
I can't watch the movies you watch. The last
now
movie we were watching, I watched the trailer. I couldn't watch it. You told me you like this movie called Martyrs, which is
Raqib had to watch a YouTube commentary of it. It's so fucked up, man.
I couldn't watch it. I saw the poster of that movie. I didn't even see the trailer, and I was like, that movie is not for me. Really, girl with spikes in her mouth. I was like, okay, this is not for me.
That's the only movie where I will only just watch once. I can't watch it again. Yeah.
The funny thing is about Martyrs is that it's beautifully made. That's the weird part of it. Yeah. The cinematography is marvelous.
What is it about?
The storytelling is. Oh, it goes from one rabbit hole to another. I've never seen so many interconnected rabbit holes in my life.
Dude, the pretentious French way to explain it is every 20 minutes the movie reaches a different genre of horror. So it starts out as supernatural horror, and then it goes into body horror, and then it goes to psychological horror, and it goes to torture porn, and then it goes to existential horror. So that's probably what the writer of the movie thought of. I want to make a movie with 5 genres of horror in one. The plot is 2 girls break into an average French family's house, and one of them just starts shooting all of them. You're like, what the fuck? That family was just eating croissants and bagels, and then these 2 girls walk in with a shotgun, kills them all. And then you find out that the parents of this family are actually like professional torture artists, like in Hostel. They just kidnapped women and beat the shit out of them when they were like 8 years old to try to reach nirvana. Apparently, when you are in such a high threshold of pain, you transcend into this otherworldly state where you can see the afterlife. And then rich French people who want to know if there's an afterlife pay a lot of money to these people to try and torture little girls as bad as possible, so they can confirm whether or not there's afterlife or not. And the whole movie, that's the plot. And it is fucking insane, dude. It's the only fucked up horror movie where it's not just torture porn, there's actual meaning and story and character. If you watch movies like Salo or Cannibal Holocaust, that is just to shock people. I find those movies really boring. It's Martyrs, where there's a story and characters you care about and horrible things happen to them that makes it heartbreaking. So for me, that's the most.
Rizman only describes half the plot, because initially you think, oh, is there a demon girl chasing one of the victims, or is it just
beautiful,
or it just is a component of her psychology where she's hallucinating from the PTSD, and then this person turns out to be real or not, we don't know. And then it devolves to something else. It's just one mystery being solved that simply leads into another mystery, and there is violence and gore.
Oh. And the ending, she got through it through the power of friendship. I'm not even fucking She got through the pain with the power of friendship and love. I love this movie.
Fuck. Oh, the power of friendship does work.
Sorry.
There's a game that mimics the feel of that movie so well, and it's the first Condemned.
Oh,
you ever played Condemned?
On like original Xbox.
Condemning. Oh, damn, that's
very scary. Very scary, dude.
Yeah, it's on the original Xbox. I watched my friend play it. I have never experienced a survival horror game more tense than that, because there's stuff that happens in that game that isn't part of the gameplay, that's just meant to scare you, and there's no explanation given as to why. Like, you break into an abandoned shopping mall, and every time you look away and you turn around back to where you were, the mannequins are now in a different place.
Mannequins are different places. They're getting closer and closer. You'll soon be surrounded by them. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that era had the best fucked up games, because video games are still new, and parents were free. Like, there's this game called Manhunt.
That was one of the scariest games. It wasn't scary. It was the most shocking
the cover
game.
Was scary. Dude, one of the weapons is just a plastic bag that you just use to suffocate.
You see the guy sucking the air into the plastic bag, so he's like his mouth is going.
Yeah.
But I remember reading there was the Iranian game magazines that would be popular.
Wait, what was it called? It
was called Bazinama, or
what does that mean?
It's game show, something like that.
I like that. Every country had its own gaming magazine. I love that.
It was great. I love those magazines. I used to drown in them basically. But I read the concept of Manhunt. It was like you hide in the shadows, and so the enemies don't see you, and then you sneak up behind them and you kill them. I was like, oh, that's an awesome premise. I couldn't play the fucking game. It was so intense.
Yeah.
It's like you hear the guys whistling, and they're passing by, and you're in the shadow, and you cannot face them head on. And I remember my brother started playing it a little bit more than I did. I couldn't get past it. It was a fucking difficult game. It was a difficult game just to even progress through. And my brother started playing it, and I used to watch my brother play. And I remember he found one of the weapons was a machete-ish kind of a thing. It was a machete that the top of it was a little bit bigger than a normal machete. The top of it looked like a meat cleaver. It was a machete meat cleaver hybrid kind of a looking thing. And I was like, oh, cool thing. Like, let's see what that does. And I remember he got behind the guy. He does the execution, and you know that guy in the background goes, "Go on!" It makes that noise. You hear that. He slams it. He just slams the machete into the guy's spine. The dude drops to his knees. The guy grabs him by the head and starts cutting his head off 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like 4 strokes to fucking cut the guy's head off, and then you can put the guy's head in your basket. And the dude is making noises. It's not a normal thing. It's just he's kind of making this to the beat of him killing him. Me and my brother first, when he slammed him, we grabbed each other, like hugged each other, like what the fuck? And first slam to the neck, like second like third slam,
fourth slam, oh yeah.
Fourth stroke we climaxed. But after that we didn't continue playing the game.
I stopped at the same place. Dude, my dad wouldn't. The one game my dad wouldn't buy was that game because the cover had a serial killer with a pig's mask, and he's like, no, pigs are haram. That was the problem he had.
That was his problem.
Not that he had a guy holding a guy by a neck and he had like a surgeon's knife. It was a guy wearing a pig's mask. He's like, no, this will harm your Islamic integrity if you play this. I'm like, no, not the murder. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of other horror games came about. Silent Hills, classic.
Dude, that cannibal documentary really influenced my personality. I did not leave the house for maybe 10 months after that, dude. You know how bad this video is? When you click on it, YouTube will ask you, are you sure you want to watch this? You click yes, and then it asks you the question again. Do you want to watch this? Yes. And then the first comment.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the first comment on that video 10 years later is still, I like how YouTube asks you twice just to make sure if you want to watch this. That's the first top-rated comment. Yeah, you can't share the video, by the way. You can't share it.
Thanks a lot.
There's no button to share it.
I refuse to watch that.
That and ISIS videos on YouTube you cannot share. Yeah.
I refuse to watch that shit. Shit.
It's pretty dead. That guy is a pop culture celebrity in Japan. He's a porn star. Yeah, here's what he would do porn videos. He never got caught because he committed the act in France, right? He was a student studying in France. Kidnapped a girl, murdered her, ate her, and then when he was getting arrested, the French authorities fucked up the paperwork. And then because of that, he's free and just got deported back to Japan. And he's a free man. He never got caught for it. And he started becoming a celebrity, was an actor. He did porn. Dude, the porn he did, the crew would pick up random girls on the street and pay them. Like, hey, I pay you this much money if you fuck this guy. They have sex. And after they finish having sex, they'll interview the girl. By the way, the guy you just had sex with ate a girl in France. These are the pictures. They would show the girl who he just had sex with pictures of the murdered girl that he ate, and the girls would be crying and vomiting.
What the fuck,
and then
dude,
that was the highlight of the porn. Not even the sex. The real sex is the power of making a girl have sex with a monster and seeing her face.
Dude,
that was
Rizman, you're fucked up.
The weirdest, grossest. Yeah. Okay, so I was away for a little bit because I wanted to do a little bit of research. So the plot line of Manhunt is that a rich dude in a mansion kidnaps a bunch of people because he's making a snuff film. The dude who did the voice acting for the rich dude who creates the Manhunt scenario
Yeah.
is Brian Cox.
Brian Cox?
Yeah,
Brian
this
Cox sounds
Australian
familiar.
actor. He was the CIA director in The Bourne Identity.
I'm pretty sure I would know his voice.
Yes, Brian Cox, COX.
Brian, I know that, but the thing is, I'm trying to think about is it the same actor?
Yes.
Dude, I think you're mistaken. Serious? The fat dude, the rich dude that dies in the end, right?
Yeah. The voice was done by Brian Cox.
The actor who plays in Succession made the voice for what's it called? By the way, he's British.
Is he not Australian?
No, he's from he's a dual citizen of U.S. and England, and
I see.
I think you're mistaken, but let me give it a shot. Fuck. Yeah, he's the actor of now the TV series called Succession. Highly recommended. It's a damn good one.
I see.
It's made by a rock star. Of course, it's made by a rock star.
Yes, it was rock
No,
star.
dude, you got the wrong one. You searched Manhunter.
Is it?
Manhunter was the first Hannibal Lecter movie. The movie that came about for Silence of the Lambs and have you seen Red Dragon?
Yes.
Red Dragon, the first Red Dragon wasn't... The first Hannibal Lecter wasn't Anthony Hopkins. It was Brian Cox.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was the first Hannibal Lecter. And actually, to be honest with you, to a degree, he was a better Hannibal Lecter. Because I've seen that movie. It's not the Silence of the Lambs version. It's about the Red Dragon. Like Hannibal is already caught, and he really portrays Hannibal Lecter well as like what Anthony Hopkins did for Hannibal Lecter. He made Hannibal appear as a more of a supernatural force almost.
Yeah.
No. Okay, look it up.
Yeah.
Manhunt video game 2 and 3. Brian Cox is as the director.
What?
Yes, he did the voice. He did the voice as the director.
Oh yeah. Brian Cox, right in the middle. The director.
Nuts, right?
Holy!
I've seen this man. Yeah, I've seen this man act in some of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
And here he is.
They got this big name actor to act as this creepy.
Fuck! You were right.
Yeah, yes.
Holy shit!
Guy,
Yeah.
This game is set in a shared universe with the Grand Theft Auto series. Oh my god!
Yeah. Nuts, right?
Fucking nuts, yeah. Jesus. I thought you were wrong because, like, yeah, he played the Manhunter, the Hannibal Lecter.
The OG Hannibal Lecter before Hannibal Lecter.
Before Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
That's right. But I think that might have been the reason why, because he's so good at playing like somebody who has murderous intent and no moral center.
Yeah.
He plays a really good villain.
In the Red Dragon, which is the Manhunter, which he played, and the name is different. Like the Anthony Hopkins basically tries to get the Edward Norton's character detective's address by taking a call, and by making a call and pretend he's somebody else. And he calls this office and gets his address to send Dollarheim to him, Francis Dollarheim to him. And in the Manhunter version, just Google up Manhunter phone scene where Brian Cox, where Brian Cox basically does that scene. You just see the difference, and I really love the way he did it. In particular, like Anthony Hopkins killed it, but the way Brian Cox does it, you go like, Anthony Hopkins did the supernatural thing. Brian Cox did somebody who could be your co-worker.
Yes,
and it's scary.
My dad made us all watch Red Dragon because he thought it was gonna be a kung fu movie. Kung fu movie. I remember.
That's the funniest
At
thing.
what point did he realize it's not a
After,
kung fu film? Was it the mirror in the eyeballs? What the hell?
No, after like 10 minutes, he's like, okay, this is not okay. Never mind. All right, I'll watch something else. Yeah.
I used to do a really good Hannibal Lecter impersonation for my friends in high school, and whenever there were any girls around, they just like, oh God, what the fuck? Oh, jeez.
Do you hear the lamb, Clarice?
Yes.
Fuck.
Good evening, Clarice.
Good
And the
evening.
lamb stops screaming. The trick in doing the impersonation is to never blink. Because you look at that movie, Anthony
doesn't
Hopkins
No,
never blinks.
Nope.
Yeah. That's why he
Buffalo
seems
Bill
so...
is my
Yeah.
favorite character from that movie. It's not even Hannibal. Buffalo Bill, he's my favorite character.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah, what a wild
Rub
guy.
the lotion on its skin.
Who played him? What is he up to now?
Oh, he's
I
a
don't-
pretty good actor, but he plays a lot of NCIS and Monk. He's usually the
Yeah.
cop. He's usually a cop.
Ted Levine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did pretty well after
Yeah.
that, but he never. Pretty sad because he was really damn good at what he did, and so he didn't get. But he never got major parts, I think.
Yeah. But it was a showcase of really good character actors. That's kind of why I like these psychological thrillers. You see a lot of really good character actors. The style for Manhunter informed things like Seven and the cinematography, right? All of those the lighting artifacts and the multicolored filters that they use, the sort of like frenetic cinematography, and the things like the intros and whatnot, that informed things like Seven. To a lesser degree, the Hannibal series. I really like that series, Hannibal.
Hannibal series
fans
I like
are-
as well. Mads
Is
Mikkelsen
there-
did well.
Is there a creature of the week in that show?
A little bit.
Creature of the week.
Something.
Like
There's a-
every week they handle a different serial killer.
Oh
villain.
yeah. That's pretty
Yeah?
much the way they push the narrative forward. Like
Okay, I'll check it out. Okay.
This murderer ate the victim's asshole with a plier.
Yeah.
The other one.
A Ross St.
The other
John,
one,
and then
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Every time the thing is sometimes they really push the creativity level forward a little
Okay,
too
I'll
much.
check it out.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Is it
okay,
a
I
horror?
get it. He's a murderer.
Yeah.
And by the way, all
Right.
murderers are artists. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. All
Every-
murderers are artists.
Every murderer, they like the victim has been portrayed in this dramatic fashion on like
Ah.
crucified in
want-
7
yeah.
places.
He's a tortured, misunderstood artist. You know. You
Yeah.
Just
He wants to
Okay.
portray
No-
his victim in such and such way. And
and
Yes.
immortalize him.
worst thing,
Yeah.
by the way, there is a sexual subtext between Hannibal's and William the
Yeah. William Graham. Yeah.
Graham.
Everybody, I swear to God, there was sort of like this insane fan club around the Hannibal fandom
Yeah.
whose head managed to scam her way into the production. And you look it up, this Hannibal fan club that was manned by the Hannibal fan club was manned by this lady who was like an abusive scam artist with a dodgy past, who used to run like a cult, and
Good.
she somehow managed to scam her way into the good graces of the Hannibal showrunners.
Mads,
So
I can
in a
sell
way-
you the Eiffel Tower. Mads, listen, hear me out. Mads, come back, Mads. I got you a good deal, Mads.
Matt's not listening. He's drunk and he's just like he's swapping porn DVDs with Hideo Kojima. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
They're not even gonna watch him.
They're not gonna even watch it. Yeah, damn good actor. Hideo Kojima
Yes.
is like such a fanboy. I'm pretty sure he would have asked, Mads Mikkelsen, son, could I suck your
Yes.
dick? Could I?
Yes.
Could I?
Yes.
Could I?
Madza-san, can I toss your sarado?
Can I toss? Can I shave your carrot? It'd be very
Can I
happy.
shake your carrot?
You guys ever?
For motion capture.
Motion the capture. I have put this honor to my family.
Getting so cancelled.
Let me suck your dick, mad son.
Oh my god.
Mikkelsen son. Come here.
Mikkelsen.
The bromance between those two was very strong. It was very weird.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima was like going off the charts, like talking about like Mads Mikkelsen had a movie came out that like in it he was naked, he got beaten up, he was like all things, and Hideo Kojima like tweeted naked Mads, crying Mads, happy Mads.
What?
Yes, it was Polar. Polar came out on Netflix, and Hideo Kojima. I know you want to see this. Sweating Mads, bruised Mads, cuts Mads.
It wasn't Polar.
Mads,
it was the other one. It was some shitty action film he did.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't Polar? Okay.
It was a shitty action film. It was bad. It was with Catherine Winnick from. Oh yeah, shit! It was Polar. Sorry,
it was
my
Polar.
bad.
Yeah.
Because I thought because he also had a movie in Arctic. I made it. I switched it up. The only part of that film, Polar, was good for me was like seeing Catherine Winnick from Vikings licking another girl's ass. I was like,
it's okay.
that was it. And Hideo Kojima wanted to blow him, but yeah, there was. But Raqib, continue the story about the fan club.
Yeah, it's Hideo Kojima. That's the plot to it.
It's Hideo Kojima. He's wearing. He got pointers from Buffalo Bill War ladies. So that was
motion capture in the basket.
Motion capture in the basket.
Hideo Kojima's wearing the filthy Frank suit.
Madson, come to my house. We put the motion capture there. We motion capture there. There's a swing.
Yes.
There's a swing with and he goes on the swing.
They're both in these neon gimp suits with the balls on them. And now we perform.
Yeah, we need to do the key shots, Madson. Put your cock in my ass. Sorry, what? Put your cock in my.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, Hideo-san. I can't fuck you right now. I've drunk too much. I've done.
I know.
Yo, in that movie, Another Round, were they actually drunk?
I heard that they were. By the way, fantastic movie, guys. Go watch it. Called Another Round. I loved it. It was really spectacular. Okay. I heard they weren't actually drunk, but they were trying to see how, like, if they can be a little bit of that to have that authenticity without really losing control.
Huh.
I heard like they were trying to see like if they can have a threshold, put up a threshold for it to be a little bit drunk, because if you look at it, they were you can't say they were sober and they could be appear that drunk in it, that loose.
So, but do you suppose they might have been at least a little tipsy? Like the craft table had like
they had a few like pints.
Yeah.
To keep it
like they had there was a suspicious bottle of aquavit there with some shot glasses that never went dry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for medicinal purposes.
Yeah. And Kojima brings Mads Mikkelsen to his house. I want you to play another round role play with me. Mikkelsen-san, I need you to. Mikkelsen-san, I need you to. Let's do shots. He fucking
let's do shots. First we do a bottle shot, then we do body shot, then we do rim shot, and then we do a Japanese multiple shot. That is the bukkake.
Shot. It's very important for you to. The tradition in the Japanese tradition is to take a shot in my asshole.
Yes.
As a gift of honor.
Maz is such a sweetheart. He's just going along with it.
I'm
So
just
polite.
going along.
He's just
so
like
polite.
halfway
Nice
through.
guy.
He's calling
Okay.
Norman Reedus. Norman,
Okay.
please pick me up. It's getting weird.
Guillermo didn't
Norman
pick up.
Hell.
Norman, I need you. Guillermo didn't pick up. Norman, you're my only.
I'm seeing dead babies everywhere. Come on.
Nico says, son, here's a game in Japan I like to play. It's called Take a Shot and Fuck. What is Take a Shot and Fuck? It's like every time you take a shot, you fuck me because of the son. You better do it. I send some ninjas. You better do it. Like send some ninjas to your house and kill your family if you don't do it. Solid snake. Solid snake is in our house.
I'll send Naruto.
Miko-san.
I'll send you Uchihas. I'll send it. Uchihas are on the way.
Miko-san, we play a new game. It's called the Metal Gear Solid. How do we play that? You put your solid snake in my box. And
you feel phantom pain.
Phantom pain. Phantom pain. You feel the pain in my asshole.
Thank you.
No, your asshole reminds me of Shago Hug. Come here. It is very
Shago
important.
Hard
What?
Yes. Shago Hard is when you fuck me from behind 2 feet on the floor. But in a squatting maneuver.
Take the sashimi out of my asshole, Mikasa-san. It's time for me to. Now, for dinner, we have body sushi on me. Come here.
I can honestly imagine Hideo Kojima putting sushi on himself and eating it the next
You need to eat the sushi.
I honestly
with your mouth.
could.
No chopsticks.
Full waifu.
Yeah, he does body sushi and all the sushis are in his balls.
That's all he had.
Balls and asshole.
Yeah.
Balls and asshole. It's just.
Chloe Savini is just walking into this room like, what the fuck is going on? Fuck it, I'm disappearing. I don't care.
Fuck it, I don't need this shit. It's like,
I don't need this shit.
yeah, he gets all these hot chicks to come. It's very important for the storyline to you to take your clothes off.
Yes.
And
Yes.
why do I need to take my clothes off, Hideo Kojima-san? because if you do not, you breathe and eat through your skin.
Yes.
It's take off your clothes. How are we gonna do the motion capture? Just take your fucking clothes.
And then like, after the game comes out, hey Chloe-san, sorry, I must delete the scene from the game, but it was very nice. Thank you for doing it.
You can delete the scene. It goes into my personal archive. Could you come into my room for rehearsal? We do motion.
We must do we must do downloadable content for the game, so we must do it again.
Content. You're a DLC, me, Chloe-san.
You're a DLC.
And this whole thing, while this whole thing is happening, cut the credits, directed by Guillermo del Toro. Gordo.
Oh, poor Mikkelsen. Like, he has to put up with some shit, I bet.
Yeah,
It's not
He's
easy to be a fanboy with somebody who barely speaks English, and you have to indulge
Yes.
in his like fandom. Like,
Yeah, it's nuts. And he's got the money and power to do it.
yeah. We do a shot with you naked. We need to body scan you, Mikkelsen, for the game. We show you naked all over.
Man, I gotta say,
weird, man.
Conan O'Brien is in that game, is in Death Stranding. He got off easy.
He got off. That game was a major disappointment.
Walking simulator. Yeah, walking simulator.
I don't mind the walking simulation, but for me, the story was like I would love a walking simulator with a good story. The game didn't have a good story.
The story was a bit it was like how many magic mushrooms did Hideo Kojima take before he did this? And it was unhinged as hell.
It was like it didn't. I like to this day I don't know what the fuck the story was about, and especially like the thing is like I honestly think Death Stranding was a case of Hideo Kojima drinking his own Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because the other games that he made, he had other people to rein him in, and
when he's like, "Oh, I'm going full Kojima in this game." It was like, you don't go full Kojima by knowing you gone full Kojima. Like all of his good stuff happened without him, like probably thinking he's going full Kojima. But like in this one, like at the end, they do this scene where the Norman Reedus character is with this girl, and they say like Maria and Princess Peach, and they start running in slow motion. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's not great. It reminds me of George Lucas, just a little bit, because I went and had brunch with my brother, and he decided to play episode 2 on the TV. And
Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars. And
Attack of the Clones, sorry.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones. And I was like, why episode 2? And he said, well, there's been some discourse online about how the prequels weren't nearly as bad as the initial reception. And there's some merit you can take away from it, even if you don't like the whole movie, or even if you don't like any of the 3 prequels. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, let's just watch this. I fell asleep. Now, I was sleep deprived to begin with, but okay, so the plot is slow and boring, and there's not there's a lot of stuff that could be cut out. And Christian Hayden? What's his name?
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. Man didn't look like he was trying very hard.
He was a horrible actor.
Yeah, I saw him in other movies. Was it Cider House Rules or something? I can't remember.
He was better.
Yeah. So he can act.
He was actually good.
Yeah, he can act, but it's almost as if when he got to the Star Wars movie, he just decided to fuck around.
Something probably happened.
It most probably did. I know the guy who played Darth Maul, voiced Darth Maul, was talking about his experience. That was, I don't know which episode that was, but he said like, those weren't the most best received Star Wars films, and the voice actor said, I was like trying to build the character, know where he comes from, what he talks about, and how he's gonna be, what's he gonna be. George Lucas came into the voice booth and said, just make him evil. Just make him sound very evil. So I feel like at that point, even he didn't care much.
Yeah. And so that's what tends to happen when somebody drinks his own Kool-Aid and they get free reign to do whatever they want. Because the original movies, episodes 6 to 9, 6 to 9?
That's a rapper. That's a rapper.
I think that's a Freudian
6
slip.
to 9.
Somebody wants.
It's also that's also a snitch.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6. Sorry, 4, 5, and 6. George Lucas was actually reined in by a bunch of other people, and I think he benefited from it quite a bit. Because when you believe in your own Kool-Aid, it doesn't do you any favors, especially
not really. No. Fucking sucked.
Yeah. Because as creative types, we think we're hot shit. We think we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from personal experience, I can tell you when push comes to shove, shit just falls apart.
That what happened with
Oh.
Kojima in the Death Stranding is like he suddenly got access to the Hollywood stars and everything,
Mm.
and directors were like his name is mentioned in the Star Wars films for the basic even.
Yes.
And directors are all talking about him, and he has a friend. He's friend with this Danish director, this very eccentric dude who made a movie with Mads called Valhalla Rising.
Mm.
And he had a Netflix series where Kojima actually plays in it, where he cuts a dude's finger off.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a Netflix series called. Let me check. Kojima Netflix series.
Michael Haneke, the director.
He's the director of the movie called Drive.
Nicholas Reffing. Nicholas Reffing. Yeah.
Very twisted director, but the thing is, he is the kind of guy who would make a very boring film. And the series that he made is it's a TV series called shit. Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, dude, Nicholas Reffing, that guy, the director. The most recent example of drinking your own. This guy made Drive, which is amazing. Not in a douchey, just like it's
Drive was
such a
actually
cool-
good. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 movies after that, it's just him. It's a vanity pro. It's just him jerking off, indulgent, long
it's
for no
called
reason.
Too Old to Die Young.
Oh my god, this guy!
Too Old to Die Young. And look, there is a scene like it began, and I was like, "Oh, I want to see what he did." Like Rizman pretty much says, like he fucking starts sucking himself off in his films.
Dude,
It's a 7-8 episode, I don't know, 8 episode, 13 episode Netflix series. It's one of the. It's exactly like, and Kojima is a friend of him, and I think both of them like were kind of, and he's in the game as well, and there's like 2 cops in the street. Just to give you a setting of it, there's 2 cops in the street. Dude says, "What are you gonna do tonight, man?" And there's like a 13, 14, 15 second pause from the other dude before he says nothing. And the other one pauses for another 15 seconds and says, "Why?" Like this long ass.
it's like really insulting to the viewer. These like self-proclaimed auteurs who will hide themselves and they just do whatever they want, and like it's genius. And if you don't like it, you're dumb and you shouldn't watch my movie.
Exactly,
It's so fucking, dude. The Neon Demon, I was so hyped for. It was like his 3rd movie after Drive. The one with Keanu
Neon
Reeves.
Demon, yeah.
Dude, I was so hyped for it. And then there's like 2-minute segments of a female protagonist just staring at herself in a mirror. You're like, this is so fucking insulting. Fuck you, Nicholas. He's such a cunt. You can tell.
And his thing is like, you should be bored. You should be feeling bored. I'm here to push the boundaries. I'm like, what boundaries are you pushing here? I am falling asleep looking at it I'm not gonna pretend I'm enjoying what you're giving me, because if you cut out the pauses that you have between every shit that you put every shot, the episode would cut down to 5 minutes.
It's like really
it's infuriating almost. And I think like that he had a huge influence on Kojima making the game boring, because they were all talking about, you should be bored, you should feel like this and all that.
Kojima! And then he listened to it.
And Kojima was like, and Kojima always wanted to be a film director, so he was like, I know what I'll do. No, he didn't say I know what I'll do. He was like, I know what I do. Mads Mikkelsen, come here. Come here. Fucking idiot. I'm pretty sure in an alternate universe, Kojima has Mads as a slave in his basement and forcing him to fuck him.
No. Mads is still the dom. Kojima is the sub.
No. He's still the dom, but he's a slave and he's held against his will, fuck Kojima.
He forces Mads to be the Buffalo Bill. You know, in Buffalo, like Mads could leave at any time, but Mads is down in a hole in a dress, just crying, "Please don't leave, please keep this going."
Mikkelsen, let me suck your dick or I'll kill you. Which was
my
a case with a
God.
lawyer, by the way. There was a case with a lawyer in U.S. where the female lawyer, pulls a gun on the person and puts it on the guy's chin and says like, "You let me suck your cock," and goes down on it.
That was the relationship between who's the dude who played the Russian in Rocky 5 or Rocky 4? I can't remember.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren and his girlfriend at the time, Grace,
Yeah.
what's it?
Grace
Powerful black. Grace, no, not Grace Kelly. No.
I know something Grace. Yeah,
Grace. Yeah.
the
was this
black
one-
singer.
Black singer, black model, black actress. There was this one scenario where Dolph was held against his will, and then she came in with a gun, and then she pointed the gun at Dolph, and then threatened him to escape, and then they fucked. I don't know, but I feel it would be that sort of crazy dynamic.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he's like really smart. He's like a chemical engineer.
Oh,
Yeah, really smart dude.
Very high IQ, above 140 IQ.
Really smart
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, smart dude. And what's it called? I think, and I'm not sure about this. Well, I know Arnold. You know the girl in his wife in Rocky 4?
Yeah.
Something Jones, I think.
Adrian?
No. The Dolph Lundgren's wife, the Russian chick, the hot Russian model.
Right.
He was Sylvester Stallone's wife.
Ah.
Okay,
Oh.
and she also slept with Arnold before he met Stallone.
Okay.
She was Red Sonja. The Red Sonja from the Conan universe, and they meet on the set, and Arnold. Give me the pussy. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Fuck, marry, kill. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Lundgren.
Wow, all male. No, you're not even leaving us a choice there. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
I would kill Stallone for what he did to Judge Dredd. And according to his ex-wife, he's a lazy fuck. According to the same lady, the Russian chick who fucked Arnold, he was a lazy fuck. He came in 2 seconds. And I would marry Arnold because he will cheat on me, and I can get he will cheat on. He will bang the maid. I'll be get off easy, and I'll get some money out of that. And also seems like a bad blast banging. Like if you say in your resume, I fucked Arnold Schwarzenegger, I married Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I fucked him as well. Like that's a top notch. And I would bang. And I would bang Dolph Lundgren because it seems like an achievement. You see, it's like it takes you think you're a man fucking Jennifer Lopez, but you're a real man who fucked Dolph Lundgren.
I 100% agree.
I already took all the best answers.
Yeah, because Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah.
I can't fuck or marry somebody who.
Yeah. You can't imagine like fucking him making that weird noises. Like that.
Right.
Adrian.
Okay, so kill by default. Schwarzenegger, he's sort of like he's proven himself to be at least a reliable family man. So you would marry that, right? Successful career and whatnot. Dolph, you fuck because if you survive, you've earned a gold medal. Let's be real. Yeah.
Takes a real
if
man.
you could, he's already fucked Grace Jones. That means you are Eskimo siblings with Grace Jones.
Yeah.
That's something to high five with. That's something to high five with.
Grace Jones at the peak of her powers. Very, very beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sylvester, well, you can't really.
You neither kill, fuck, or marry Dolph Lundgren. You merely survive him.
You merely survive him, yeah. Or you dominate and come over on the top. Because
I don't think he's
fucking Dolph Lundgren is not a mission that you can repeat. It's a suicide mission that you're gonna. It's either you're all in or you're dead. So you have to like go in knowing that you're gonna die, and try to survive it.
I mean, look, you're gonna have to marry after fucking Dolph Lundgren because your dick is broke after that. Yeah. You know, you're gonna have to settle down.
Mm.
Yeah. And if he's stopping you, God rest your soul. You're gonna have to pick your legs in 2 different neighborhoods. Let's be real.
As a rite of passage, you have to fuck Dolph Lundgren.
Correct.
It's like
I'm marry him.
Yeah. Oh, you want to
smart? Yeah, I want a smart guy.
Lundgren.
I want a smart guy. I want a guy who can talk with. Yeah.
You want a guy who talks about chemical engineering.
Yeah, really.
While he's like banging you in the ass.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty hot.
I don't mind Arnold Schwarzenegger either because he's not a dummy either. You know, he's got a psych major. He's a politician. You can talk about stuff that's not above your pay grade. Because there's only so much organometallic chemistry I know how to talk about with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about current issues and shit, you can talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because he's a liberal Republican is rare.
Who hates gay people.
Chris Pratt is married to his daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Pratt married his
Really?
daughter. Yeah.
That is not an in-law you can fuck around with.
No.
That is not an in-law you can fuck around with.
Nope. That's not the last thing you want. That guy is connected to fucking Rockefellers and Rothschilds and shit like that. That guy can have you killed if he wants to.
He fucked up leaving Anna Faris. He fucked up.
He did though. Let's be real. She's a sweet girl. Lovely girl next door.
I just peed again.
Oh, for crying out! Okay.
Oh Jesus.
That is an alarming amount of pee you're doing.
Dude.
That's half the bottle.
Should I jerk off now? How do we complete this?
This is a good podcast. I normally excuse myself, but this is very fun.
We can wrap this up if you want. I think it's been 2.5 hours. I think we can wrap it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
How much of it is... wrap it up in general.
Yeah.
How much of it is 2.5 hours? How much is it is usable?
I'll publish all of it.
Nice.
Oh wow!
All right, guys. This is the end of Persian. I'll end the podcast here. You guys stick around for a bit. So.
Okay.
All right, fuckers. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Never have I ever marry, shag, kill of Persian perspective.
Yes.
Enjoy
Persian perspective.
The Persian.
Fuck, marry, kill edition.
Fuck, marry, kill edition. Enjoy, guys. Talk to you guys later. Toodles, fuckers.
Bye-bye, you degenerates.